David Letterman. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I've pounded the hell out of this fool, and I'm glad I started it. But let me put an end to it from my perspective. At least for now. We'll see. David Letterman last night. Let's hear what he had to say, shall we? Cut 11, go.
These are not jokes made about her 14-year-old daughter. I would never make jokes about raping or having sex of any description with a 14-year-old girl. I mean, look at my record. It has never happened. I don't think it's funny. I would never think it was funny. I wouldn't put it in a joke. Here's where you draw a line. Yes, maybe these are questionable because the girl who actually, excuse me, but was knocked up is now 18 years old. So the difference there is 14 years old and of legal age, okay. Now, I can't really defend the joke. I agree, unpleasant, ugly. But I would never think that it was funny to use a 14-year-old girl as a joke like this, for God's sakes.
You know, you are a joke, you washed-up old fool. You're the Max Baucus of comedy, as a matter of fact. How's that child out of wedlock doing? How old is that child? Is that child 18 yet? Because then we could make fun of him or her. Honestly, I don't know how old your out-of-wedlock child is, but you really are a slime ball. You're not funny. Let's hear a little more, shall we? Cut 12, go.
Were the jokes in question in questionable taste? Of course they were. Of course. Do I regret having told them? Well, I think probably I do. But you know what? There are thousands of jokes I regret telling on this program. Would I do anything to advocate or contribute to underage sexual abuse or misconduct? Absolutely not. Not in 1,000 years.
Yeah, well, you have.
Look at me.
Yeah, look at you.
Do I look like I'm trying to make trouble?
Yeah, put a raincoat on that guy, and he looks like most perverts. Victor Davis Hanson had a great piece, National Review Online, on the corner, entitled A Bore and a Coward. Smug, hip David Letterman offered a smirky non-apology about his ongoing class and sexist slurs against the Palins as apparent social inferiors. Examine the logic. First, Letterman makes a gutter joke about Palin and her unnamed 14-year-old daughter attending a New York Yankees game. Then when a bit of outrage follows, he apparently claims he really meant to slur the other 18-year-old daughter, who back in Alaska, of course, did not attend the game but was not named by Letterman. That would be okay, you see. Second, then he evokes the now common straw man, they, who are apparently upset with him, hoping to play the victim card. Then he dribbles out something that his last show, as if we are to weep that some mob is out to silence him. But the reason he picked the Palins and not the Obamas, Gores, Bidens, or Kerrys was precisely because he knew it would not equate to his last show. Third, he strangely amplifies his joke by confessing it really was about raping and having sex of any description, but just not with a 14-year-old girl, suggesting it would have been okay had he just been more explicit and named Bristol, the 18-year-old. You see, in Letterman's world, because Bristol's 18, she's a year past most statutory rape clauses, and thus the joke would have been about raping or having sex of any description with an 18-year-old girl. Nothing offered about his slurs against airline attendants and Governor Palin herself when he sneered that she had a slutty flight attendant look, or his remark that Palin was keeping Elliot Spitzer away from her daughter. The self-serving, creepy apology was as bad as the initial slur. Letterman is emblematic of an aging baby boomer culture that dresses up street vulgarity with a tie and a coat. The only thing that saves him in his care to do, let me repeat that, the only thing that saves him is his care to do this with the Palins from Alaska that don't figure into the usual no-go race, class, gender paradigm. You're real low class, Letterman. You really are. There was no apology. You went at it again. And you did that because, just like members of Congress, just like the president, there's no check and balance on a goon like you, and you are a goon. You'll say whatever you want, and you do whatever you want. The hell with the world, right? But your agenda's now in the open, and you're a pervert. For now on, that's your first name. Pervert David Letterman. We'll be right back.